do you think of from our country?
I think the American people need to pay more attention to Mexico than they do. Americans look at Mexico and they see the Mexican undocumented workers within the United States. They don't see the violence. They don't see how the violence connects to drugs in the United States. They don't see how the violence makes it hard for Mexico to continue its progress as a democracy and as a part of the NAFTA alliance of nations where American, U.S. economic growth could improve if Mexico could get past this problem of violence. And the reason United States, the average United States citizen doesn't see this is because she and he are looking at violence elsewhere. You know, the beheading videos, the problems between police in American cities and African Americans, what's going on in the Middle East. American attention is being directed in all over the globe and all throughout the United States, but tragically, for the time being, not to Mexico. Which is why I hope that in 2016, with the large, crucial Latino vote, U.S. Latino vote, that one or more of the presidential candidates will call attention and bring more attention to the Mérida initiative as a solution to the problem of violence in Mexico.
Thank you, Michael. Another question.
Sure.
The Americans see Mexico like different ways, like paradise, like inferno, like a dangerous place, like many ways.
Some of them do. Some of them, it depends on, you know, where they live. I would think that Americans with large, historically deep ties to Mexico and the Mexican people, places like California and Texas and New Mexico. Arizona is a little strange, but even in Arizona, the places that share the border, they know Hispanic culture better. And as more Latinos penetrate to other states in the United States, Americans are getting to know the Mexican people, if not the country of Mexico, better. So I think there's hope there.
You talk about a new voice. In this phase, in this time in Mexico,
Yeah.
The people from Mexico, the Mexicans, suffer very much.
Mm-hmm.
Because the violence is attack the most important part of our culture, the family.
Yes.
Take the children, take the women.
Yes.
And this is the beginning of the real possibility from revolutions. This is important because I don't know if the political system from USA see.
No, I don't think they do.
Well,
I wish it were otherwise, and I think it could be otherwise, but right now, I think their attention is elsewhere.
it's important to this part because Michoacán have it this way of suffering.
Yes.
This is happen in Guerrero.
Yes.
And you see this photography from Mexico?
Yes.
The violence zones. What do you think? What do you think do the Republicans if they win the next election?
Well, it depends on who wins. Whoever it is, the best way we can get help to Guerrero and Michoacán and to Mexico as a whole is to find a way, and here Mexican strategists and Mexican leaders can help, is find a way to show Americans why it is important to them. because Americans see violence all over the world. They see violence in Nigeria. They see violence in Sudan. They see violence in Ukraine. Even though Mexico is their neighbor. Even though Mexico was
The next door.
not only next door, but we shared the same territory for many years. And we have a large intermingling population. So someone's going to have to find a way to, as I said, connect the dots, by which I mean connect the violence to the quality of economic growth and prosperity, to the quality of security of Americans in the United States, the Norte Americanos. Somebody's going to have to make that plain, because the pictures alone, as awful as they are not enough, because they're pictures from all over the world.
Okay.
I wish I could say otherwise, but I mean, you see my point.
Yes. I see.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think about the opposition to the new laws, the new reformas?
Here in Mexico?
Yes.
I don't know enough about it. You tell me about it. I thought you had a big
the
pact
teachers.
of the teachers. I don't know enough about that.
Okay. You think Mexico it's have possibilities to grow in democracy and in economical ways with the new reforms?
I think those are positive changes in oil and telecommunications. I know education is a rough spot. But I think those in Washington, where I work, who pay attention, are impressed over the last 15 years that Mexico has become a genuine multi-party democracy with genuine competition and fair elections and a growing middle class. There's a positive side to this story, and I think that has impressed people. Again, what needs to be done is for someone or some combination of a Mexican leader and an American leader to say we can do even better, and both sides will benefit if we collaborate more intensively.
Michael, what do you think about this seminar?
I think this is great. This is what I do for a living. I am a big believer that politics, even though it is frustrating, makes life better. It's part of civilization. And so the fact that people come together from all parts of Mexico and from other countries to share their knowledge of strategies and techniques is a great thing. And I'm always happy to come here.
What do you think about the new people? What do you advise the new people participate in the elections?
I think the new people, the young people, are very familiar with social media, but they're not necessarily familiar with how to use social media strategically. So they have to learn that speaking for yourself or posting your own photo is not the same thing as posting and sending in connection with a strategy to achieve a political goal, whether it is to enact a policy or to increase a party's power relative to the other parties. So I think that's what they need to learn from us old folks, is that even though the technology, you young people are better at the technology than we are, we still have some things to tell you about strategy. And we old folks have some things to learn from you about Instagram and Twitter and the like.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you.